Well, good morning and happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Well, it's not happy for people in California.
I see that.
Let's run through this real quick. I want to get this update out this morning. The Los Angeles Times reports this morning that California's in some big trouble. The worst of it's still in front of us, according to Newsom. Rain, weary, and pounded. California is bracing for another week of destructive storms that will probably bring flooding and hazardous winds on Monday to an already battered state. A series of atmospheric rivers that pummeled coastal communities last week and left more than 400,000 people without power on Sunday. That's yesterday. Here's local news telling us the same thing.
That comes with flooding. It means that flooding is happening very quickly, especially in our mountain communities in the Santa Lucias around the Dolan fire burn scars. That's going to be the biggest threat, in addition to those areas seeing stream, river, and creek flooding as well. Then we go up to the Santa Cruz Mountains, where unfortunately we're getting multiple reports of flooded roadways that are impassable, flash flooding occurring not just in those creeks and streams, but also our major rivers as well. We'll have more on that, plus the rainfall that continues this morning coming up.
Gina, thanks. Like Gina said, we are following that flash flood warning across our area. So due to rising water levels, there are many evacuation orders across the area.
And this means there is an immediate threat to life. New evacuation orders are being issued for areas along the Carmel River. The Monterey.
Fear, fear, fear.
Right.
This is from the Weather Service. This is in Salinas. At 8:15 a.m., the emergency management reported heavy rain in the warned area. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Between half an inch and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Some locations will experience flooding. Oh, there's just a small list of cities here. Salinas, Seaside, Monterey, Marina, Arroyo Seco, Tasajara, Hot Springs, Jamesburg, Lucia, Big Sur Village, Soledad, Greenfield, King City, Gonzales, Carmel by the Sea, Carmel Village, Valley Village, Coleman Canyon, Sycamore Flat, San Lucas, San Ardo, and Esalen Institute. That's just a couple of places.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, if you get stuck, you might die in your car. So I'm being told to evacuate, but the fear from the Weather Service says, oh, you might die in your car. This is why. Look at this. We just saw, I love the fact that the local news people use the same map that I do. So you got some earthquakes going on here, and there's a narrative here that says that these are underground facilities being cleaned up, and that the flooding is to clean this stuff out. These are all twos. I assume these are. Whoa, fear, fear, fear! Give me some more fear. Rule me harder, Daddy. Jiminy Christmas. Look at this. Wow. You would not see this yesterday. Look at all these path points. Bam, bam, bam. Middle of nowhere. A little under one. There's a one. A little under one. There's a two. I mean, this is all in the mountains where they just said, we've seen a fair amount of activity around this basin over the last week and a half or so that we've been watching this. So we've got flooding in California. California is a cornerstone environment as far as our erasing our history is concerned. The other place that we have to look at as we look at our history is Anchorage and the surrounding area. We've been watching this, and once again, we are just seeing huge amounts of activity. These are all big. I mean, we had some sevens yesterday over in the Philippines. Was it in the Philippines? Anyway, this is what's happening. This is tyranny. This is weather tyranny. This is fear. This is fear management. We can decide to participate or not. Except we're still getting some
Mississippi River.
Yeah, the Mississippi River. You love your rivers.
Yes, I do.
Look at the beauty of the way this water flows. It's restructuring itself when it does that, by the way. So if you're in California, be careful. I'm praying for you. And, we'll try and keep this short. So, look, if you live in California, you know this. If you have loved ones in California, put them up in prayer. Call them, make sure they're okay, that they've got what they need. We're dealing with some of the highest energy prices we've seen in some time. They're blaming that on the Ukraine. That's all manufactured. Oil is the only thing more abundant than oil on the planet is water, neither of which are scarce. So look at the oil executives. Wow, there's some crap going on over here. In Oshawa, this is where we were yesterday. There's only a couple. This place was getting pounded yesterday. 5.2 and a 5. That's not nothing. And we had some 7s out here yesterday as well. So that was actually over here. So it looks like they chased them this way. This was last night. So this is a 24-hour run. Look, we're in the thick of it. There's supposed to be arrests going on all over the place, and these are parts of the universe. Out here in the middle of the ocean. What is this? A 5? It's a 7. Oh my God!
Wow.
7.6. So how is it if I have a 7.6 out here in the middle of nowhere that the tidal wave flooding is not happening in any of these places? This little island out here in the middle of nowhere. Boy, that doesn't look like the show Lost at all, does it? This little island should be covered in flooding.
Right.
If there was a 7 that happened in this proximity, it should be here. So hey, look, be safe. We're in the thick of it. Things are happening. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your powder dry. Look at what's happening here in the U.S. We're all along the border. Assume that these are components of tunneling systems that are probably coming through from Mexico. So, of which there are many. So, okay, let's keep our eyes open, stay alert. And if you're driving through this stuff in California, they're telling you to evacuate. They're telling you might die in your car. Just be prayerful, be careful, find high ground. Make sure you got some clean water and a little bit of food, and keep your cell phone charged. So be safe. Appreciate everybody's attention, and we're trying to grow this and get the news out. The mainstream media doesn't want to tell you because that's all full of fear, and we don't play fear over here. We're not born of a spirit of timidity.
Good night.
Good night, honey.